What's up, everyone? Blake here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special day, and this is a very special moment. This is the moment that I will be breaking my 7.5 day dry fast. This has been quite a journey. This was even more wild and crazy than my 5.5 day dry fast. However, at the same time, it's been even that much more enriching and amazing just to share this process with my friends, my family, and now sharing it with everybody out there as I break the fast right now, right here before you. Woo! I think I drank a little bit too much on that first sip. Oops. Wow. Whoa. That is extremely good. Wow. As you can tell, I mean, my voice is all messed up. 1 second, guys. Woo! All right. Well, there you have it. That's a done deal. That's 7.5 days dry in the books. I weighed in today at 160 pounds. At the end of my 5.5 day dry fast, I weighed 163 pounds. So for 2 extra days, I only lost 3 extra pounds. My goal was to not get below 160, and I nailed that right on the marker. I weighed in at like 160.7 or something like that. And throughout this process, I did way too much stuff. I'll be the first to admit. I went on a trip. I did a couple yoga classes with different friends. I mean, we're talking about going on bike rides, going on boat rides in the sun, going to the beach, taking walking tours. Way too much stuff. All right, but I was called to do this dry fast at the exact time that I started it, not knowing, why or anything like that. I was just like, okay, now I need to do this. I need to do this dry fast. Now I have a perfect window of opportunity. And it just so happens that yesterday, the last full day of the fast was the winter solstice, 12/21. Today is 12/22/2025. And as the days are getting longer, my belly is going to get full, more full with delicious raw fruits and water and coconut water. So, in addition to losing about 25 pounds, I went from 185 to 160. You know, yes, I feel like my body did a lot of healing, a lot of autophagy, a lot of repair. But even at 3 pounds lighter than my first fast, if you look at how I looked in the video at the end of my first dry fast, you know, I actually think I look more thick now than I did then. And throughout this fast, I was losing about 2 pounds less per day. So my weight was staying 2 pounds heavier each day as compared to my first dry fast, which is just remarkable. I mean, it's showing me that my body is getting better at this process, getting better at conserving water, absorbing water through the atmosphere, and even absorbing energy. I've had a chance to document this journey and have check-ins each day with different friends who I've met throughout my journey this year and who have been on my podcast. And I decided to turn this fast into a dry fasting documentary, which is going to be released soon for you guys to see. What an amazing and incredible opportunity this has been. And as I was saying, despite all the incredible physical benefits and my body getting better at fasting itself and better at absorbing prana, absorbing chi energy, and even sharing that chi energy with some of my friends. So even though I would do less or I will do less next time, I'm not going to limit my time spent with friends or at least conversing over the internet. But what happened on this fast is a very deep spiritual cleaning, a re-parenting, a redrawing of boundaries, a recreation of that safe container of always trusting myself to keep myself safe and not to be confused with comfort zone. You can go out of your comfort zone very far actually and still feel safe. So that's what I learned on this fast is to honor my own boundaries and honor my own feeling safe while still branching out, exploring, and getting out of my comfort zone. You know, my friends have been really cheering me on, and they've been saying that it's admirable what I'm doing, and not many people are willing to do this, but surprisingly, there have been a lot of people who have, you know, dry fasted this long or whatever. But adding the documentation part of it, I guess that's another step that I wanted to take so I could share how this goes with you guys. It's been an emotional roller coaster. There has been a lot of peaks and valleys to my energy, but especially towards the end of this fast, I noticed that my mind was there, my energy was there. It was just that my body was starting to get pretty dehydrated and I was starting to feel ready like I wanted to get some sugars and fruit back into my system. But you guys, so that's it. You know, today is, like I said, 12/22/2025. The days are going to start to get longer, and I've got a few days here before Christmas to reacclimate to food. And then I'm going to have some treats of like some cherry and maybe a little kombucha. And I might even make a little raw vegan chocolate pudding for Christmas. But as I break this fast, my objective is to be raw fruitarian for the vast majority of what I eat. That's just what I'm feeling drawn to right now. Leading up to this fast, I was experimenting with cooked tofu, steamed vegetables, soups, curries, stir fries. I was still high raw, still high fruit. I would only have about one cooked meal a day, and only one fancy cooked meal on the weekends, one or two. But I'm just feeling really clean in my body. My mind's clear, and I know that when I eat raw, my mind stays clear, my body stays as clean as it can be. And this time around, I know how to pack on muscle better while staying raw fruitarian. And that's going to be my personal goal, my personal journey. And then now that I've done this, I feel more in touch with myself and more in touch with this process so that I can share that with all of you guys. So I'll leave you with my offerings, which are my community, which is Fasting Academy. This is to talk about all things in the fasting lifestyle, not just the fasting itself, the intermittent fasting, juice, water, dry fasting, but also the lifestyle in between and how you go through those different iterations of your diet, your exercise, your sleep, your relationships, your relationship with yourself and the inner work, and then refining that process as you go. And nothing in my experience has allowed me to progress as quickly on refining my lifestyle as the practice of fasting. So I'd love for you guys to meet me on my community. The link is below. It's still at a very inexpensive rate as I fill those first 100 spots. And then to work with me directly is an even deeper journey that we get to share together. It's all about you and how we can make some small changes gradually over time that yield huge results for you in your quality of life, building those practices into your lifestyle, building a fasting regimen into your lifestyle, even if it's just a little intermittent fasting or if it's like you do a short fast with me. So these can yield huge changes um, and huge health benefits. I've never felt better than I have in my entire life at the age of 39. So that link is also below, guys. Whether it's my community, whether it's working with me directly, or if you just enjoyed tuning in and watching this content, I appreciate you very much. And as a token of my appreciation, I do have a free ebook for you. It's called the Fasting Guidebook, and the link for that is below as well. You guys, I love you so much. Let me finish off this water before I log off. And there you have it, you guys. The fast is officially done and dusted. Um, wow, what an experience. This will be one for the history books. And remember to check back for that full-length documentary of the 7.5 day dry fast. Message me on Instagram with any questions you have. It's at Blake Herrick _. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, share it, and come back for the next one, guys. Thank you all so, so much. And if I don't talk to you, hope you've had a happy solstice. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But I'll be around. And until next time, I will talk soon. Peace.